What's up guys, and welcome back to the Drift Games YouTube channel, because today is a very exciting day because we're revealing two projects, and strangely both projects are not cars, which doesn't make sense, but it will in a minute, because one of our projects is our new Drift Games HQ, but we'll be showing you everything we're doing with that in a couple of episodes time. But our most exciting project is in partnership with Fanatec. Now you guys will know Fanatec as making the best simulator stuff in the world. Well, we decided to do something very different. We mentioned it before Christmas, but now we are actually going to put those ideas into fruition. We are going to, and I'm not even going to build this up too much, create a one-of-a-kind simulator. We are going to use a 90s arcade machine, which is Battle Gear 4 by Taito, which is a very famous Japanese style arcade machine, which we picked up for roughly, what Mike, 200 quid? 200 euro. Now there's a reason it's 200 euro, because it's absolutely wrecked and it doesn't work. But we're going to try and restore it and make it into the most modern simulator we can by using the best of the best stuff from Fanatec. So here is what we're going to do. We're going to use the latest range from Fanatec. So what we've got here is the Club Sport shifter, which has H pattern and it has got sequential shifting, which is awesome. That's a really, really cool thing. We've got this, the Club Sport drift wheel, which has the Xbox what would you call a hub attached to it, and this is also for PC or Xbox, but we're going to use it with PC. We have got, these are very fancy, the drop down pedals. These are inverted, so as you guys can see, they actually hang rather than most pedal setups where you're pressing it down. Because the way we're going to mount it, we needed inverted ones. These are supposed to be the bee's knees. I haven't actually used them myself, and we're going to, obviously because it's a drift simulator, going to use the Club Sport handbrake version 1.5. Yeah, so this bad boy is what controls everything. So this is a direct drive, what would you call it? Direct drive? Force feedback.
It is a direct drive now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Force feedback. Reinvented.
There you go. So you put your wheel on here and you connect all of the other ancillaries, so like your handbrake, your shifter, all into the back of that. It's so strong, it even comes with an emergency stop button that you press in case it tears your arms off. So this is the strongest.
We should definitely put that in place of one of the buttons there.
We definitely should do that. So this is basically this is the brain of the operation. The only problem is it's quite heavy, and it's going to have to somehow sit where the original wheel hub was, which is here, which is not going to work. So we're going to have to cut that, and then we're going to have to mount the wheel as well. And we have to kind of look at a seating position for myself as well, that I can actually get my knees under and that's comfortable. Where is this simulator going? Well, here's the even more mad part. It's going to go into my own house, which is a bit mad, and we're going to do a little race-inspired room in my house down the line, so we're going to talk you through that as well. This is the first time we've actually sat down to have a good talk through it. So as far as I'm aware, the hardware is okay, because we just have to put in everything mounted and it should work. We'll have to replace the speakers because they don't work. And the screen will have to be replaced, because this is actually like...
And we want to replace the lights up here, because I think when turn it on, Battle Gear 4 lighting up.
Yeah, so there's a light in there that doesn't work. There's a screen that we're going to have to put. We haven't got the TV just yet, but we're going to put that in. The idea is that a lot of people with modern simulators are going to say, well, it's going to be crap because you've only got this little screen. But the idea is that this... I know, the screen is like this deep.
What is it? Old school.
Look at the size of it. Oh, it's got a bulb in the back of it. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so we're going to put a flat screen monitor in there, and a lot of people will say, oh, that's not as good as maybe a 3-monitor setup. So the idea is that for this particular one, which I've spec'd, I'm going to put a TV screen in there as a reference, and I'm going to use VR. So it's going to actually be a VR simulator, but the VR will kind of just hang on the side, and then you've got a reference screen if you just want to play it like arcade style. So that's kind of the idea. What we're going to try and do today is basically tear the machine down. And there's a lot of tearing down to do.
Yeah, if you look in the back, we need none of this.
Absolutely none of this.
There's like a modem in there.
Yeah, there was a computer.
That's all they are, it's computer based.
Yeah, why would there be a modem? Anyway, we'll figure it out as we go along.
We'll two of them side by side play against each other, because any arcade I've seen Battle Gear
That's what it is.
It's
It's the network to put 2 or 3 of them together, or 4 of them together.
I'd say that's what the modem's for, yeah.
90s
5
engineering.
points to Gryffindor.
So the idea is that we're going to tear the whole machine down first. That way we can split it up across the 4 of us, and we can tackle an individual piece each. Make a plan. We've got some box iron, we've got some matte black, we've got some wrap, we've got a lot of stuff to try and refurb it, clean it, get it back to as good a condition as we can, so that when it goes into my house, it looks like a brand new arcade machine working with all the Fanatec gear. That's the plan. Will it work? Who knows? But enough talking, let's strip it down and see what this thing's all about. I'm actually intrigued to see 90s technology spill out of the back of this thing. We want to take a minute just to thank one of our partners here at Drift Games, MTech Brakes. They're one of the UK's leading supplier of performance brake pads, discs and hoses. We have run them on all of our cars. They're an amazing product and at an amazing price. So make sure you check out their full range at mtechbrakes.com.
So we have just about stripped down the arcade. What are you wearing?
Styling and profiling.
Look at the size of the TV.
Can you only imagine if, say, like an 8-year-old was to see that TV? It's like, what is the thing connected to the back of it? They'd be wondering. What else has come out of it? See, we couldn't get this in the van, and we're realizing why we couldn't get it in the van.
But even look at the frame that was holding the TV. The weight of that as well.
So it's actually a good bit lighter than it came.
But you would hope so, seeing as half the things have come out to it.
It's just a solid steel frame now, so.
Mike,
We could get this going as well if we wanted to.
get it going for what?
For a similar, just put USB on it, because it's a pressure sensor. That's what all the handbrakes are. So technically that would still work if we got that to a USB connection. I'm gonna sell that.
We could say about 200 quid for these.
Yeah.
I think it's time to make some money back.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, how much do you reckon the TV's worth?
Oh, that. They're going straight for the money box.
Straight for the money
Dave's
box.
gone. I want the money box.
Mike's doing some looting now. The most rough man. Here we go. Is this all the money now? What?
I maybe have a few of these in my collection, so we'll see.
What are they from, Mike?
My previous job. Used to be a carny. Nah, it doesn't fit. Something someone's already tried to get the money out of it some ways. No.
So how do we get in there?
I don't know, I've never robbed a safe.
Well, you might be able to do it a bit more slick and grind down there where the lock actually is.
That's not fun.
Would you drill into it?
I don't know. So we'll try Josh's theory and see if we do that. It might work.
Don't think, just do. There you go. Or just be a rough man.
I am the grinder.
Oh, well.
Oh!
No, this
I hear money, it's mine, give me snips, quick.
Give me the
Snips.
snips quick.
Get the grinder!
I'm gonna put the kit. Oh, there's euros in it!
How many euros? We're ready! How much have we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 euros.
6 euros. That's almost enough for lunch.
Bowling.
So where does the money go? Is it down into this one?
It goes into this one, yeah.
That's
So
a
it goes
money
through. It's like this is for your change, I'd assume. That's why you was holding it there. It's got to change or refund people. So now we need to go this way.
Just grind it.
You're mad for grinding stuff. You
Mad for grinding. Let me grind
You want to do it?
I want to grind it.
No, you end up killing yourself.
Come on, give me the glasses.
Here, look, you can have that. Have it.
Yeah, here's the money train.
Go on, get in the money. Let's do some loot.
I don't think there's going to be money in it. Shh, shh, shh. Say nothing.
Say nothing.
There was no money in it.
We didn't find you the money.
money in it?
No.
If you take 10 grand out of this, because that's what these things make a day.
Dave! We got 6 euro, Dave.
I put this in my house and Charles said, everyone, come and look at my simulator. Like, oh, can I have a go? Yes, euro.
We need that.
I'll take this and I'll say to people, yeah, you can pay away, yeah. It's euro for 3 minutes. And I had the little countdown thing come up. You got to get to the next checkpoint or it just stops. Yeah.
Well, the
Right, now.
give it a shake.
Holy, the
How much euros was in it?
There's a coin.
6.
Sorry, there's a coin meter in it, and it counts how many coins are in it, or how went through it.
Oh my god.
39,000.
What?
That's how much. It's like.
We're in the wrong business
It's like
here.
mileage on a car.
Josh, have a look. There's like a mileage in the car. It clicks in all the euros that's gone through it.
29 grand, this machine.
Boys, it's nearly 40 grand. I nearly put a few euros in so it rounds out its life. Like.
What's in there?
This is
The
where
coins
the
go.
coins go.
That was only the change drawer we got. We haven't even got into this safe yet.
Like, somehow it seems like Michael got some experience in this area.
Don't
I was going to
understand
say, he's using skills for his previous job, I think.
It used to be a carny. Doing this. You put your weight behind that there, Dave.
I'll put the weight this way.
Oh! 5 more euro!
Now put it all back in the box.
It's like the Italian job. The Alan Wood job.
There we go, that was worth it.
Yeah. No grinders needed.
So, how much does the simulator cost?
€200 for the thing, and now we've got back.
And how much is all the Fanatec stuff?
Yeah, I don't think we're not going to balance out with this. I don't think. I don't think we're even.
Is there any more money compartments?
No. This is our lunch though. We got a free lunch out of this machine, which is pretty good. So I'm going to show you Josh the arm. So I disassembled this. This is going to be a tricky bit because, as you can see, I'm trying to put the shifter here and the handbrake here, and then mount it all back. But the problem is, it's not very deep here, so I'm going to try and see how much. Well, I'm going to try and test fit basically the Fanatec stuff, see how far away we are. Fanatec hammer. A lot of people will change this to be mounted like this as an invertible,
That's the way
but we're going to have it
Yeah.
this way because that's the only way it'll kind of go.
Well,
so.
I see your first problem here.
Fine. No.
Well, you won't be able to test fit it through there unless you can squish the foam at the end. See, what we've realised is actually all the structural stuff. Seeing that the handbrake will mount straight onto this.
This is look, that's no issue.
Yeah, and the wheel will mount straight onto here.
You might have to change the angle of it. Well, maybe not.
Just see how far.
I think you have to cut out a bit of the back and let it overhang.
I could make a small little incision here, and then it just slots over.
Sounds like
Incision?
A surgeon. Like a surgeon. A small incision. But
Small incision here now will take out 2 mil.
Cut the mic with the grinder.
Just standing on it.
I'm going to take this part because it's too nice, so I think we'll take this part.
So maybe we just do a small little cut there. That should let him come up inside it.
Horrible to you.
Oh my god! I just found a hook off an air hockey.
No way!
Into the tin.
Go on! Into the tin!
Into the tin.
You see this? Mike,
They're the new versions,
that is savage.
aren't they? Yeah, they're lovely.
It's got a
Talk
carbon.
about it being heavy.
Look at
See, that might be actually quite smooth.
that. That would
Oh
work.
no.
It's a bit to see your hand.
See, I reckon you cut it out, so you bring it up. So you cut that whole thing out, and then you have to make. This is the bit where you actually have to make something.
It's okay. We're painting that in it.
So you drop that all down and you mount it below,
Yeah, that's what I do. I
and then you have that come up neatly to bring this up. So you put that over the top
It's
there.
bloody made first.
Hang on.
Don't scratch it. You're scratching it.
It's plastic.
How is it mounted?
We have to make a bracket.
Make a box
Make a
underneath.
Yeah, make a bracket for it.
Look at this.
We're actually moving far too fast.
No, we'll cut a notch out here,
Until we get to the first problem, then we move awfully slow.
and then we don't.
It's looking very positive right now.
It's like Top Gear when everything goes too right. You know, you're like, what is going to go wrong?
So this is the fanciest bit we have, which is, well, DD2 is fancy, but this is also very fancy. This is the pedals, which are inverted, which is the way you'd want them, just like a real drift car. The grinder.
Just get the grinder. Always be prepared.
Always be prepared. Grinder and standby.
Ooh, that's jazzy.
That's very jazzy, isn't it?
Oh, look at that. That is insane. That's very nice.
So you can actually adjust these, so you can lay them flat, but they've got all the adjustments there so you can see how vertical the pedals are. So depending on your seating position.
Phrase of the day, offer it up.
Offer it up.
Let's see what happens.
Oh,
That'll net. Why is this so much easier?
Everything is
Well, you
just
should
literally.
You don't say that till we're finished, but yeah, you're right.
I wonder how your knee is though on this.
No, because you won't be like, you'd be flat.
The same way.
It's like a real brake pedal.
Oh no, they go a lot stiffer than that. It's
It's a full
ridiculous.
adjustment here.
It's got plastic on the
BMW,
back.
Mike.
See, those pedals are very far forwards now.
So you might need to cut the bulkhead out of it, and
See, that's very close.
Yeah, you're very close
so you
there.
might
Your steering wheel comes to near.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
so you need to cut the
Need spacious seat back for.
bowl and then push the you can push the pedals back.
I would say pedals need to go further back.
Yeah.
They need to go through.
And you go through the bulkhead.
The bulkhead. Cut the bulkhead's loud.
Loud.
There's no regs
Also
here.
Very, I'd say very. Well, it might be okay here, but your knees would have to.
We're going to have to start cutting things and getting
You
things off
nearly
it
wanna
before
be-
we make it fit. Like.
You would nearly want to be like that.
But sure, all you do is just put a spacer in there and move your seat back further.
But the thing is, once the pedals go back, then you'll be able to
my knees
sit
will go
like
back.
Your
yeah.
knees will go back.
So technically, if I'm back
First
here,
thing you
look,
need to cut is this piece, back piece.
Yeah.
if I go, My pedals are back here, so that's perfect.
Let me cut this first, put the steering wheel here, and then we'll space this back.
Let's test
a
it
bit.
again, 'cause there's no point.
There's no point in just sitting like this and assuming. We might as well start.
We might as well put it somewhat together.
Yeah.
You just want to start grinding.
No, I want to just actually try and get like a shape on it. We just put the part now. We need to get the new parts in.
So we've mocked up the steering wheel now, and actually we thought that would be a really difficult part, but it looks like the pedals are actually the difficult part, and obviously the shifter and the handbrake are going to be difficult as well, but the steering wheel is actually fitting okay. So Mike is now going to try and drill the mounting holes to make sure that the DD2 is secure in the frame. We've mocked it up with me sitting in the car, or sitting in the simulator, or arcade machine, or whatever it is, and actually it's really nice. So that's the first step now, is to make sure that that fits. Once we have that fitted, we know the steering wheel is not an issue from that point on, and we might have to cut a little bit just to put a display in there as well, so we can actually see what's on the steering wheel for the DD2. So next up, Mike's going to measure it up, drill it up, and get it mounted to the whole frame, I suppose, and then yeah, that's that bit done, really.
I left Dave down there screwing something on.
Turns out it went on fire. That's it, man. We're nearly finished. We're going to bolt this wheel in now. What's taking you so long?
So you see the way yours is all like flimsy, like flimsy.
Lad.
It's not a competition.
It is a competition. Well, they're not winning.
We're winning.
Hey, we're no longer friendly teams now.
Here, actually, will you help G? Will you help us carry this?
Forget
No.
about it. So we thought we had the steering wheel fixed, but we might have a bit of an issue.